Hello!
All right, on this episode of Sound Culture, we're going to be talking about Weezer.
The Blue Album.
Yes, and this is going to be a really fun album because it is their debut album, and it's a really fun review for us to talk about. So we'll check it out in a sec. All right, we're back for another episode of Sound Culture. I'm Tim.
I'm Brendon.
And we're talking about Weezer.
The Blue Album.
Yeah, great debut album. This is an album that was released in 1994, and it took Weezer a couple years to get to the stage where they were actually able to do a debut album.
Yeah, they had to do, I believe, 2 years of touring, and I remember the lead singer Rivers saying something like, "We thought we sounded great. We were playing the same songs, and people were just like, hey, we want more grunge music."
They just weren't into it at the time, I guess, for some reason. So these guys are obviously power pop, punk pop, very much a, emo. Like they're grandfathers of emo music, right?
Yeah, I'd say, and alternative too. Yeah, I wouldn't call them pop punk. I don't think they're punky enough for that, but they're a great alternative band, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of these songs are classics now. I mean, obviously you got the Sweater Song and Say It Ain't So, and Buddy Holly.
They had a lot of success. And one of my favorite ones, My Name is Jonas. Just to talk a little bit about how they structure their album. I have a background in music teaching. I've been doing it for a long time, and each song has a chord progression that can be put into numbers. And these guys use a really famous one. It's referred to as 1, 5, 6, 4. Without going into too much detail about what that means, it's extremely popular. It will make you famous. And if you want to find out more, just Google songs that use 1, 5, 6, 4, and you'll find a massive list of a lot of popular artists that use the exact same progression. And they're just being strategic. They know it's going to sell, and it's incredibly harmonious. So listen to the first chords when the verse comes in at My Name is Jonas, and that's exactly what it sounds like. And you might be surprised how often artists use the same progression and kind of emulate the same sound.
And just to expand upon that idea that Brendon just talked about, I don't know why he was able to accomplish this other than like what you just described, but Rivers Cuomo actually wrote most of the album and recorded it in 1 day.
1 day.
Yeah. So it was like, well, maybe not all recorded, but definitely wrote most of it in 1 day. So it's like, if he's sampling from ideas that are fairly well known in terms of music theory, it makes sense that they would be able to accomplish that feat, right? And again, this album sounds really good. Like, it's enjoyable. It's not. It's popular for a reason, I guess.
Yeah, and I feel like if you listen to the whole album, it doesn't really get boring. And some of the techniques they use are, again, pretty common. They use this scale called the pentatonic scale, and it basically uses 5 out of the 7 notes in the major scale, the 5 ones that again sound the best. So a lot of their riffs revolve around this, but they don't really get boring, and they still they sound fresh, and that can be hard to do if you have just this little safety net of notes that you're going to play. You have to get pretty creative for it to not get boring.
Yeah, and if you're interested in learning about their influences or what they're inspired by, these guys were big metal fans, like they still are to this day, obviously, but Judas Priest and Kiss and Quiet Riot, all big influencers. They were labelmates with Nirvana, which makes sense because grunge is popular at that time. Pixies are big influences on them, and the Cars and Beach Boys, surf rock, right? Like this is you definitely hear surf like music in their songs.
Yeah. I mean, power to these guys, honestly. I think Rivers might have been perceived as a bit of a twerp. If you look at the Blue album, just look at him. He just looks like a little kid, and he's so short. But they did really well for themselves, and they're still doing really well for themselves. And they're really hard workers. So, I mean, congratulations, guys. You've done well.
Yeah, and their music's fun. Like, I'm sure you've seen the music for Buddy Holly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the fact that it was filmed on the Happy Days set, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
And
it's humorous.
they're able to poke fun at themselves. So, I think you just have to listen to it. I think you'll find that there's a reason why it's got so many awards. Like, it's gone, I think, 4 times platinum in the U.S., and it's entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining. That's the thing. And I think Rivers and Brian, the other guitarist in the band, they have a really good sort of vibe together. And they can, if you listen to their song "Say It Ain't So," and there's a nice little solo in that song, you can hear how well they harmonize with each other and how well they do. And they have a few songs where they play like a clean guitar with finger picking over top of mildly distorted guitar riff, and they just do it like tastefully. They do a really good job of it.
Yeah. So that said, I think this is a great album. You should definitely listen to it. If you've heard it before, give it a re-listen. Weezer, the Blue Album. This is their good stuff. This is like them at their best, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you like what you saw today, please like and share, and better yet, subscribe to the channel.
Yes, absolutely. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Until next time. All right, I'm not plugged in. See? Now I'm plugged in. Okay. Are you good too?
Let me just see. Oh, where am I?
You lost your...
Oh yeah. Okay. So.
It's a technical